Welcome to the class, my dear students. In today's lecture, I am going to explain the Z transforms. What is meant by the Z transform? We have already in the previous lectures, we have done the Laplace transformations. Laplace transformation is meant for continuous functions and the Z transform is meant for the discrete functions. Suppose if you have any function u1 and it is defined for the discrete values, let us say n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And the value of this u1 is equal to 0 when n is less than 0. That means for n is minus 1, minus 2 and so on, the value of un is equal to 0 suppose. Then the Z transform is defined as Z of un, the Z transformation of un is defined as summation n is equal to 0 to infinity un times of z to the power of minus n, and is now here this capital Z is the Z transform notation, this small z is the variable. So try to understand the difference between those two, and this particular function is being defined as u of z. Now the inverses, so z of un is given by u of z, so the inverse Z transform is defined as what? Z inverse of u of z is equal to un. Z inverse of u of z is equal to un. That is the inverse Z transform. Okay. Let us now find out what are the, for different functions, what is the Z transformation. This is what we are going to find out in the in this Z transformation, the important formulae. Let us now go to the find out what is the Z of the very basic formula. Now we are going to do. Let us say now what is Z of a to the power of n is given. Now according to the formula, what is Z of u power n? Z of un, no, un means nth term of un is given by sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity un into z to the power of minus n. This is what the formula. So in the place of un, you have a to the power of n. So this is given by summation n is equal to 0 to infinity a power n into z power minus n. Right? Now let us expand this value, this series, by taking n is 0, n is 1, n is 2 and so on. So it is a power 0 into z to the power of 0 plus a power 1 into z to the power of minus 1 plus a square times of z power minus 2, a cube times of z power minus 3 and so on. Now what is a power 0? Z power 0 is 1 plus a over z plus a square over z square plus a cube over z cube and so on. So like that we can replace, we can put n is equal to, just plug the values of n is equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on to expand the series. Now what is this series? This infinite series, of course. This infinite series is what actually is the geometric series. Is the geometric series. What do you mean by the geometric series? Geometric series is the series where the second term is obtained by multiplying the first term with one specific value. Similarly, third term is obtained by the second term by multiplying with that specific value. So that is called as the common ratio. So this infinite series is a geometric series with the common ratio. What is the common ratio? Here is given by R, is given by. Always you can find out the common ratio of the geometric series by taking the second term by first term. That is what the ratio. Now what is this R given by? A by Z is your second term. The first term is 1. What is your second term? Second term is a by z. This is your a by z. Okay, a by z. What is the first term? First term is 1. So this is your first term. Okay, so therefore we can say that this is your first term. Now what is the value of r now? a by z. Okay. Now, an infinite series, there is an important formula we can write down that an infinite geometric series always converges to first term of the series over 1 minus the common ratio. This is what the geometric series means, where r is less than 1, of course. So, what is your first term of the series? It is 1 over 1 minus, what is the common ratio? Common ratio is a over z, right? So, let us now rewrite this as the sum of the series converges to 1 minus. Now, can I write this as z over z minus a over z? Correct? So, that is 1 over z minus a over z, and flip the fraction, which is z over z minus a. So, the sum of the series sigma a power n, z of a power n, sigma a power n into z power minus n. Z power minus n is equal to 0 to infinity. The summation of this infinite series is equal to this value. So, what you can say about this now? Z of a power n is given by z over z minus a. This is the important, the fundamental basic of z transformation. Z of a power n is z over z minus a. Let us now see some examples of this. For example, if I want to find out what is z of 2 to the power of n. Z of 2 to the power of n is given by z over z minus 2. In the place of a, you have 2. Suppose if you have z of minus 2 power n is there, suppose. Then in the place of a, you have minus 2. So, z of z minus of minus 2, which is z plus 2. Similarly, if I have z of let us have 2 to the power of minus n, let us say. Then how can you rewrite this as z of 2 to the power of minus 1 the whole power n? Because always you have to think about the value which is in the place of a. Understood? So, this is nothing but a. So, what should be written? Should be written according to the formula z over z minus a. Z minus a means a is 2 power minus 1. So, it is z over z minus 1 by 2. So, how will you rewrite this? It is z over 2z minus 1 by 2. So, 2z by 2z minus 1. That is z of 2 to the power of minus 1. Means z over z minus 1 by 2 you can write. I hope you are able to understand. Yes, what is the difference between 2 to the power of n? A power n is this. And what is minus a power n? Means z over z minus a means minus of minus. Suppose z of 2 to the power of minus n is there. So, what is there in the place of a? You have 2 power minus 1. So, accordingly you have to go. So, now this is what the application of z of a power n by using the formula of z transformation. Let us now have some more examples. Let us now see one example here. Find z of 3 power n plus 3 power minus n plus minus 3 power n plus 3 is given, let us say. How will you rewrite this? By using the linear property. You can split this as z of 3 power n plus z of 3 power minus n can be written as 3 power minus 1 the whole power n. Always try to make a power n, that's it. Now here the a value is minus 3 power n. And what is this? Z of 3. Z of 3. So now what is z of 3 power n is z over z minus a, means 3. What is z of my 3 power minus 1 power n? That is z over z minus a. A means 1 by 3 plus z over z minus a, minus of minus 3 plus 3. And now we have to write z of 3. You cannot write this as z over z minus 3 because a power n formula is z over z minus a. So what you have to do, 3 times of z of 1 you can write. So taking this 3 to outside and writing z of 1. Okay. So now that gives you z over z minus 3 plus z over z minus 1 by 3 plus z over z plus 3 plus 3 times of z of 1 is z over z minus 1. Z over z minus 1. I hope you are able to understand the difference between 3 power n. In the place of a, what is there? You have to identify. Then z of a power n formula is z over z minus a. That's it. So try to understand when there is a negative in the power, when there is a negative in the base, and if the whole number is there, then you have to take that number outside like this and write z of 1. Then z of 1 you know that it is z over z minus 1. And z of 3 power n, in the place of a you have 3. So it is z over z minus 3. All this you have understood now very clearly about z of a power n. Yes. What is z of a power n is z over z minus a is the important basic fundamental formula in Z transformation. Thank you.